Dude, Nick, this story is so
Can
funny.
you wait for me to be in shot? Here we go again. There's no chairs, so you think we could just run without, we need an intro. Good evening.
morning.
Oh, fuck.
Bro.
Good
morning.
evening. Welcome back to the Send It In podcast.
You want to address what happened there?
No.
We have audio listeners who didn't get to watch that.
So I might have thought I could lean on an egg while it was in my hand, and it evaporated very, very quickly. It caved under zero pressure. Like, it was instantaneous. We found some baking, cooking, kitchen stories for this week, and all of our YouTube viewers will know why, because we're gonna bake some brownies.
Yeah, you're gonna bake some brownies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you some delightful stories while you bake brownies.
See, that feels more appropriate.
Yeah.
We don't want burnt brownie.
So,
Just kidding. Come on.
do you just want to jump straight into it? Or
Please,
you read?
by all means.
Okay. You get to cook and I get to reading.
Yeah.
So we're making brownies, but this story is about cake.
Oh.
Am I the asshole for baking and eating a whole cake?
That's hilarious. Why? Is somebody that upset that you had that big of an appetite? Or did you eat it over several days? Or, let me hear it. I put that away like I don't need the instructions on it.
Super silly, but it's caused a massive fight. So I, 21 female, graduated university last week. Obviously, there's no ceremony, but this was written during COVID.
Oh, man, this is an old story.
Obviously, there is no ceremony, but I worked hard for years to get where I am, and I was super proud. I wanted to do something to celebrate, so I decided to bake myself a cake. I asked my partner, 25 male, and my mother-in-law, 53 female, who is staying with us, if they had any preferences as to what type of cake I should make. They said no. Partner said it was a waste of money and he wouldn't pay for it. We should save our money for other things. I genuinely felt like I deserved this for working so hard, so I went out and bought all the ingredients myself and made the cake on Wednesday afternoon. Cut to today. It's been nearly a week and the small cake I baked has been eaten. I must say, entirely by me, but I did give a tiny, tiny bit of sponge to my dog and some to my sister. My partner and mother-in-law decided to sit outside in the garden and day drink since 11 a.m. They called me out and asked for some cake. Mother-in-law specifically wanted a nice big slice of chocolate. I didn't make chocolate. I told them there is none of the vanilla cake I made left and that they didn't want any. I said that there is some chocolate in the fridge and she could have that she could have, or I'd happily make her a sandwich or some pancakes if she was hungry. She lost her ever-loving shit. Completely lost it. She started yelling and screaming I was selfish. How dare I not make chocolate cake knowing that it's her favorite?
Yeah, they seem like real mature folk.
I didn't know that.
Oh my gosh.
She called me horrible names, commenting on my weight for eating most of it. Now I'm not super thin, but I'm not fat either. We do have some issues with my weight.
He was just a pudgy dude, and she was giving him a hard time for having that big of an appetite.
Yeah.
Taking a cheap shot.
But I do have some issues with my weight, and she did make me cry. My mother-in-law says I'm a selfish fat bitch. She said I'm useless, and how can she trust me to take care of her son if she cannot trust me to keep her some cake? She also said that I shouldn't be celebrating graduating. She would only celebrate when I became a proper wife.
Wow.
And I need to focus on her son's need more than school. I said the cake was a week old. It needed to be eaten fast, and it had fresh buttercream and fruit. And even if there was some left, it wouldn't have kept, and she said that she didn't want any. It was a waste of money. Boyfriend said nothing. Now I'm alone in my bedroom, listening to her outside, still yelling about me, wondering if what? I am now alone in my bedroom, listening to her outside, still yelling about me, am wondering if I am the asshole. How many times can I mess that up?
Like 2 or 3 was how many it was, but
let's
I
give
think
it.
you could probably do it a few more times if you
Let
tried
me give it
really hard.
one more shot. I'm now alone in my bedroom, listening to her outside, still yelling about me. It left me wondering if I really am the asshole. Should I have kept her some, or should I have pushed a bit more to ask what their preferences are instead of accepting their first answer? TLTR.
Too long didn't read.
Yeah. Okay. Baked a cake a week ago. Cake hasn't been eating. Mother-in-law wanted some. Said there was none. She lost her shit. And then there's an edit. Do you want the edit?
Oh yeah, let's hear the edit too. I want all the context.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for your comments. I am trying my best to read them all, but I'm definitely reevaluating my relationship. And to answer the question about the living situation, they are both staying with me. Mother-in-law came over for dinner, wanted to stay the night, and basically never left. It's been 9 months.
You don't have measuring cups or measuring spoons.
I have tried talking I've tried talking to her and asking her to leave, but I have autism and my communication isn't great. So she never takes me seriously. But I think it's time to do something. Thank you.
Well,
Thoughts?
neither of y'all, or both of y'all, seem like very immature individuals, unfortunately. But that cups, yeah, it is. Damn, that does not help at all.
I would say that she's not the asshole.
No.
I would also say just eyeball it.
Yeah, we're eyeballing it. It looks like we are free willing it.
Thoughts on the story?
So yes, let's resume to that. Now that I'm done asking questions. Honestly, that is immature. The both of you guys, like for her to react that upset about it shows that she's quite an immature person, and for your reaction to be like, "Oh, I ate it all because you guys weren't eating it," is also an immature reaction. But I think that I would expect more maturity from the adult.
Yeah,
I would expect more. Yeah, exactly. And on top of that, if she asked what they wanted and that's what they said, and then that's what she gave them, and then they didn't want it, like, come on, that's not the
only
asshole.
that, commenting and saying that my son's needs are more important than school.
That is crazy.
Yeah. School is far more important
than any relationship you attempt to carry. Smells good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Comments. Top comment with 11.7 thousand upvotes. You need to run the hell out of this relationship. Neither of their reactions or the way they treated you is appropriate. Did your soon-to-be ex stick up for you at all? OP responded and said, I'm beginning to think the same. And no, he didn't, which sucks because he usually does. Just never against mother-in-law. Next comment down, forget the cake. Why would you live with such awful people? Your graduation isn't important enough to spare a few dollars on a cake. They think it's fine to insult you. They yell and scream in the yard like trash. These are not good people. You have a degree now. Get a job, move out, and don't look back. Not the asshole.
Bingo. I'm low-key with them on that.
Everybody is saying not the asshole, and I would agree.
Yeah, I am also inclined to agree. Definitely not the asshole. Because, like, if you are really that immature that you're capable of yelling out in public like that, like getting that upset, that's a level of immaturity that we didn't even touch on that. Them mentioning that makes me immediately realize, like, oh, yeah, they are definitely immature people, I suppose.
Yeah. Next story.
Oh, give me some more comments.
More comments.
Yeah, a few more.
Okay. Not the asshole. I mean, mom is the problem, but the root of it is your not the asshole. I mean, the mom is the problem, but the root of it is your boyfriend. Doesn't care about your achievements, thinks your celebration is a waste of money, takes his mom's side when she's saying unspeakable things about you. Silence in a case like this is absolutely taking a side. A life with
Ooh, he makes
someone
a
like
really
that is
good
not one
point.
I'd sign up for.
Yeah, he makes a really good point. Like when inaction is as bad as being part of the action, yeah, he's letting her act that way.
That's crazy.
Actually, have you ever heard? Well, hang on. I want to make sure I get this right. Have you heard you can't crack an egg?
Yeah, I can.
I can't. You can't crack an egg in the palm of your hand.
Next story.
Do you want to explain yourself?
No. Can I crack this egg?
Absolutely not.
Anyways, your fun fact. Well, I didn't quite pick that up.
Yeah, you didn't quite let me finish.
Don't two eggs go in here? Oh, okay, yeah. Finish your fun fact.
You can't crack an egg in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, I
Didn't quite let me finish.
Yeah. I think if you tried hard enough, you could.
I bet I could. I bet I could.
I thought you dropped the whole thing in there.
Almost.
Next story.
Yeah, by all means.
Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to bake a cake? Oh, no. Am I the asshole for refusing to bake an insulting cake for a customer?
No, not really. Businesses do have a limitation for that kind of stuff.
Ooh.
You got a whisk.
No.
Doesn't have a whisk. Doesn't have measuring cups. Doesn't have measuring spoons.
I'm
Let's do a baking episode. Yeah.
I have a spoon. I have a
Fork would
blender.
work better.
Anyways, my family owns a bakery, and I currently work there as a manager. The other day, a man came in with, I'm assuming, his 20-something-year-old daughter and wanted to order a cake shaped like a coffin with "Happy Birthday, Isabel." I questioned the coffin, and he explained it was his wife's 50th birthday, and since she was getting old, he wanted to give her a coffin cake and dead roses. That seemed awful.
Yeah.
Like extremely abusive to me. And I guess I made a face. Oh, yeah, and I guess I made a face. He said it was fine because she had a sense of humor. And then, well, hello, can I read?
She's trying.
He said it was fine because she had a sense of humor, and then was like, "Come on, it's not like it's not like it's all I'm getting her. It's a 50th birthday. Do you know how much money I've spent?" I said I didn't feel comfortable doing that. It seems extremely cruel, and I would be gutted if a partner did this to me. He asked if I was seriously judging his relationship over a prank and said I'm probably single anyways. They left.
Ooh, that wasn't necessary.
They left, and recently we received a scathing review from the daughter about how rude and unprofessional I was. She included pictures of the coffin cake he ended up getting, and the wife was sitting on his lap in the pictures, clearly having a fancy party or something because of how they were dressed. She looks fine/happy, though I know I'd be very upset. My family is torn. My cousin and mom think I did the right thing, but my grandfather, aunt, and uncle all think I was too judgy and had no right to turn down business or make him feel bad.
Well, it's your business, so you have every right to turn it down. I mean, there was that big scandal. This couple was two men, and they went to order a wedding cake. no, I'm not making you a wedding cake because I'm not going to put two men on it. Don't worry, we ordered our own topper. We have a topper that we want, so you don't need to put two men on it. I'm not willing to make this cake for you two. There was outrage, but there was plenty of people defending him for not wanting to bake the cake. So, yeah, the business absolutely has a right to do that, but I just think, yeah, you were judgmental, and it was his prank, it was his family, it was his wife, and if he knew her, which he clearly did, then you shouldn't have butt in with your opinion. But at the same time, it's your business.
And if you don't feel comfortable.
Yeah. She was worried about maybe getting a bad review from the wife if the plan backfired. But guess what? Her plan backfired because she got a bad review from the daughter for not making the cake. So
and I feel like it's kind of a lose-lose situation because either you make the cake, get the business, and feel uncomfortable the whole time.
Yep.
Or you lose the business, don't make the cake, you feel better, better.
But it's still a lose because you didn't make the money, you missed out the opportunity, and apparently the wife would have liked it.
Some of the comments say, "You're the asshole. Judging a customer's relationship over their order is very unprofessional and uncalled for. You can simply say no, citing you do not have the capability nor the capacity to do this cake. You are fine to decline an order, but if you do it like this, it will understandably affect your business. Something like this is not uncommon. Also, calling the relationship abusive, come on, that was uncalled for.
Yeah.
If this is a family business, it sounds like you are not the owner, but your family is. You should not decline business, especially not in the current climate, if it isn't something actually discriminating or violating and working against getting a bad reputation."
Yep. Would you come hold this a sec while you read comments?
Yeah.
Just so I can scrape it out of here. Bowl's heavier than I thought, and this fork is way smaller than a spatula. So
next comment: "You are not his wife. Other people are allowed to have a different sense of humor than you in a different relationship dynamic. You can obviously refuse service to whoever you want.
Yep.
It's your business, but you are rude and judgmental. That makes you the asshole."
Because you were the judgmental one, you are the bad guy in the situation. That guy has a good point. I'm not saying I agree that she is the asshole.
There are much nicer ways to turn down the business and the cake.
Oh yeah, like everybody who's ever worked in customer service knows, even if they're in the wrong, you have to kind of tell them that they're not in the wrong, but explain to them why they still can't get their way.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's what she should have done, and she should know because her family owns this business. She should have been doing this regularly and knowing better.
You're the asshole. Your feelings weren't relevant here. What if someone wanted a chocolate cake and you only liked vanilla? Do you tell them it would make you sad not to receive that? Next person down commented, "Giving someone a chocolate cake is abuse."
Giving someone a chocolate cake is abusive.
That person doesn't like chocolate cake.
Clearly. There are some people who don't like cake. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I wonder who. Ready for a different one?
Yeah.
This one is a little bit shorter of a story. A lot shorter of a story. Am I the asshole for refusing to bake for my best friend's sister? When she, 18, was sick last week, I, 20, baked brownies for her. She took a bite and said, "Tastes shitty." Then she told me to take the brownies back. So I did, and I ate them with my friends. Now she's asking me to bake some cookies for her. I told her no, and when she asked why, I reminded her of what she said last week. She said that I'm being petty for not baking for her when she only made what she felt was valid criticism. Am I the asshole?
No.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Shady. This is rude as hell.
Yeah, do not. I would not be baking for her ever again. Comments say that's a thing. You can just ask people to bake cookies for you, and they'll feel like an asshole if they don't. I'm going to give that a shot. I like cookies. Bake me some.
Yeah,
Not the asshole.
he makes a damn good point. You can just demand stuff from people and then feel guilty enough about it. Feel like an asshole? That's crazy.
Next comment, not the asshole. That's not valid criticism. It's rude as fuck. No cookies for her. Not the asshole. She was extremely rude, and there's no way you should make anything else. Why would she want anything from a shitty baker, anyways?
Yeah, yeah. If she's such a bad baker, then why would you want more?
Um, all of yeah, everybody's saying not the asshole. This person said, "Oh, that's rich. You take time out of your day to do something nice for her, and she completely insults what you made for her. Even tells you to take the brownies back. Then she has the audacity to demand more from you, and on top of that, she has the nerve to call you petty. Some people are just grossly entitled and self-absorbed. Definitely not the asshole." Yeah, definitely not the asshole.
Yeah, there is something really crazy to imagine that somebody demands something from me, and when I tell them, no, you were rude to me, they try to tell me, no, I wasn't being rude. I was criticizing your shitty baking.
No, you were being rude.
Right.
There's criticizing and there's being rude.
Right. Criticizing would be, dude, why are these brownies so hard? Even the rudest form of actual criticism still would not have stung that bad, and she would still be baking you cookies. How the hell did you burn these so bad? That would be criticism.
Yeah.
It would be rude criticism, but it would be criticism. Just saying they taste shitty. That's not. It does not taste shitty.
She sounds entitled as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, my brownies taste of shit. They have a taste of shit in them. They're shitty. Right? No, that's not criticizing it. That's just being rude.
Let's see. Would I be the asshole if I asked my sister-in-law not to bake for us anymore?
So now we have an actual shitty baker.
So, preface. We are Jewish, and there is a bread called challah. Challah.
People watching on YouTube, check the Wikipedia article above our heads, or probably in between us. We're probably very close to the top of the shot. Where am I looking?
Last word of the first line.
Challah.
Challah.
I don't know. I'm definitely saying that wrong.
There's a bread called challah that is traditional to eat every Friday evening at the Sabbath dinner. Properly made, it is delicious, like a sweet white bread. Now, my sister-in-law decided to get into challah baking. She proudly bakes them, posts pics on Instagram, then brings them to all the relatives that live nearby every Friday. The only problem is the challah she bakes is disgusting. Nobody in my family likes it. It sits on our tables for a few days, getting rock solid, and then goes straight into the garbage can. I hate wasting food. I've asked my husband to talk to her sister and politely ask her to stop doing this. Maybe tell her I'm doing a low carb thing and not to bring it. But he insists it makes her happy. Just say thank you and take it. I'm thinking of taking the matter into my own hands and asking her myself not to bake for us anymore. Would I be the asshole if I brought this up to her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you were really, I hate wasted food, then you would find a use for it.
Yeah. Or if you hate wasting food and you don't like it, maybe instead of asking her to stop baking it, invite her over and teach her the proper way to make it. Make like a girl's day out of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You want to come over and have wine? I'm gonna bake some challah. Right, and then, oh, this is how my family does it. Do you want to watch? Can I show you?
Do you want the recipe?
You want the recipe? Yeah. Or better yet, upcycling it and trying to use it as like breadcrumbs or as seasoning or Yep. Florida boy shit for anybody that ain't tried it yet. Fry your chicken and bread it. Fry it in good oil, something like canola or avocado oil, something nice and light, so it's not gonna destroy the flavor of the chicken. obviously an egg wash to get it stuck to the chicken, flour to get it stuck to the chicken, but your breadcrumbs are Captain Crunch.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that sounds good.
it is. It's sweet, it's savory, it's a corn taste, it's crunchy. Oh, and when you fry it, can you imagine that crunchy when you
Yeah, I bet
fry
that's
it?
good.
Yeah, it becomes a great texture on the outside.
Top comment on this had the same idea as me. Invite her over and make it together. Follow her recipe, talk about the kids, plan for the year. Eventually, you'll get her issue in making the bread. Be nice about it and explain it to her. OP commented back and said, I think she uses some gluten-free flour, and that is the problem. Problem two is that I don't like cooking or baking. I am an expert at ordering takeout and buying stuff in the store, though. Ha ha ha. Okay, well, if you can't even bake the bread yourself, you have no room
to be judging it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Also, apologies if I pronounced any of that wrong in the story.
Yeah, we very likely did.
Yeah.
Also, if you won't upcycle it into like breadcrumbs or something, right? Let it get rock hard, blend the life out of it until it's just crumbs, and throw it outside for the birds. Throw it
Oh, that's a
outside
good
for the
idea.
squirrels. Don't let it go to waste. Let your local wildlife eat it. We used to make reindeer food as a
I
kid.
remember doing that.
And why does it disappear before the next morning? Because the
Birds.
reindeers eat it? Right. Birds and squirrels. And yeah. So if they can make it disappear overnight, how quick is the insect life? And
Yeah.
just think there'll be thousands of ants in your yard carrying around breadcrumbs of sweet bread.
Next comment, info. Has anyone told her that it's not good? You need to tell her. So far, it's a not the it's a not
Oh.
asshole because she doesn't know. There's no need to lie to her when you can just tell her that the recipe needs some work. OP said, Nope, nobody. My in laws don't like it either because at some point they would give us the chilas she brought to them, lol. But my mother in law is very diplomatic and always tell her how amazing she is at home baking.
Oh, that's not funny either. You're giving her false hope.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
There's if you were to just tell her that you don't like it and to stop baking, I would say you're being an asshole. There's a very polite way to go about this.
What is it that you're making the challah bread with? Because when I make it, it's a lot more moist. I'm not sure why yours is coming out so dry. Like I don't mean to be rude. I want to know why yours is so. Oh, it's dry. I don't I don't know. The only thing I changed from the recipe I found online was that I used gluten-free flour. And then everybody in the room goes, "Oh!" And then, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
not rude in any way. And it's such a shocked, visceral reaction that she goes, "Oh my God, maybe that was the problem. I can't use gluten-free flour." And no, rice flour is normally really bad for baking. I've had a lot of gluten-free breads to try because I have family members with
They're not the
allergens,
best,
and
but there's a way to bake them properly to make them taste better.
that's true too. Especially a lot of your ingredients are important. Trying
Yeah.
to keep it moist in any way, or yeah, that's most of the fight is trying to get the rice flour to stay moist because it does not want to be.
Next comment said, "Nah, it's gluten-free bread. She may not be able to make it to your taste." In a similar situation, I explained to a dear friend that while I appreciate their baking, I wanted to support a local bakery that seemed to be struggling, and now I had too much bread. That's not a bad idea.
No, I don't know. Actually, I have a girl at work trying to get everybody at work to buy stuff for Valentine's Day because she's been baking.
Aww.
She also presses T-shirts too. So I have none of this information. I will not be plugging any of this information. I don't even know this girl's name.
But the general consensus is no assholes here. Just find a more polite way before you confront her.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with confronting her about it. Just don't be a dick.
Um, I have Am I the Asshole for making a bake shop redo my order multiple times? Or
I'm gonna say probably that's some rude person shit.
this one's quite a long story. You ready for it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. We might be running out of time. We're almost out of time here.
That's true. The brownies have 30 more minutes, guys. 30 more minutes. Am I the asshole for making a bake shop redo my order multiple times? I, 29 female, got married to my partner of 3 years, 28 male, last weekend. We wanted our wedding to be untraditional, and we had decided we wanted tiers of cupcakes rather than a normal wedding cake.
I've seen people do that, and it's easier to get apart, and it's far less expensive. And
you can have multiple flavors.
Yeah.
We married on a Friday, and on the previous Wednesday morning, I went to the local bake shop to pick up my order of 120 cupcakes. I had specified that they were all to be vanilla cupcakes with white frosting in the center that would ombre onto the outlines of the cupcakes, frosting which would be black. When I arrived on Wednesday at 7:30 a.m., I found that they were nothing like I had ordered. I had asked why the frosting on top was completely black. They said that the cupcakes were filled with white frosting inside and topped with black frosting. I explained how it wasn't what I asked for, and the worker, a probably 70-year-old woman, agreed to have my order redone by that afternoon, except I'd still have to pay part of the price of the cupcakes since my directions were unclear. I reluctantly paid and then came back at 4:30 to yet again find cupcakes that were not how I asked. There is no ombre design at all, just a white circle in the middle surrounded by a chunky black outline. I pulled up a picture on my phone of how I wanted them to look, and to my surprise, some of the workers there were kind enough to stay at work late to fix my order. And at this time, I didn't have to pay. I assumed they would bake the cupcakes and then call me in the morning. So I was again surprised when they called me that same day at 6 o'clock to tell me my order was fixed. When I got there, the cupcakes were finally pretty much just as I imagined them. I asked how they got them done so quickly, and to my shock, they said they literally scraped off the frosting of the old ones and redid the frosting.
Right.
I hope that's okay, the same 70-year-old lady as earlier said. She should have said that they do that before she fixed them. Upon further explanation, I noticed that there were obvious imperfections in many of the cupcakes, and you could see the staining from the original layer of frosting. I did not. I'm sorry, the steam is coming up from the stove, and like I can feel it in my eyes.
Different spot.
Upon further examination, I noticed that there were obvious imperfections in many of the cupcakes. You could see staining from the original layer of frosting. I did not accept these cupcakes, and yet I was told I had to pay full price for them because of all the trouble I supposedly caused the workers. I asked if I could talk to the manager about my situation. I promise I'm not a Karen. And lo and behold,
No, you needed to speak to a manager about this
Yeah.
because nobody was hearing it, nobody was listening, and then they half-assed it. That's how they got it done so fast.
And lo and behold, I was already talking to her, the 70-year-old woman. I had nothing else to do but pay nearly $200 for nothing. The next day, I found a different bake shop and they completed my order properly the first try, like any normal bake shop would be expected to do. Am I the asshole for not accepting them from the first bake shop?
No.
No.
No, and you should have got your money back.
Yeah. I feel like she's not the asshole. If you order from a bake shop again, bring in a picture of what you want to ensure this doesn't happen again.
It's true.
She has an edit She has 3 edits.
Ooh, man, we got
Edit
a lot of updates.
Edit 1, a lot of people commenting still don't understand what I wanted the cupcakes to look like. This is the photo I sent for reference. It doesn't look great because I had to edit a picture of a plain white frosted cupcake since I couldn't find any pictures online of what I wanted. We will insert the image here. So basically, all of the cupcakes had completely flat frosting with white in the center, fading to black on the outside. I thought that made sense, but nobody that I saw comment saw anything like this.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I know what she means by ombre, but. And if you're the bake shop that doesn't know what they're doing, and you know it's for a wedding, how the hell do you just half-ass it and send it?
Yeah.
Call them,
Call them if you're
Email them.
unclear.
text them.
I'm sure-
Anything. There's no way that you had no
Yeah.
contact information for them. How did you let them know that the order was ready?
Especially if they know this is for a wedding.
Right.
If the instructions are unclear, if you don't know what you're doing, call them and get clarification.
And also, how thick skull do you have to be to go, 500 cupcakes and they're black and white. Bet this isn't for a wedding.
Yeah.
Right. Like, your context clues should have warned you that this was for a wedding, and then those context clues should have been like, if I don't know what I'm doing, maybe I shouldn't do this without knowing what the proper instructions are. But no, really, to just be like, nah, I'll make this mistake 200 times. I don't know if this is right, but I'll do it 178 more times.
Yeah.
Really? That's such bad business practices.
Edit 2. Apparently this post was voted not enough info, and since I keep getting the same questions, I'll just put the short facts right here. Edit 3 is all of her answering the most asked questions.
Oh, okay.
Did you show the second bake shop the reference of the photo? Yes. Do you have a photo of how the actual cupcakes turned out? I only have photos of them among other food where they can't be seen well. I'm not comfortable sharing them here because I posted them on social media and I don't want anyone using Google Image to search to find me. That's
right.
fair.
Right.
That's kind of fair. What were the exact directions you told the first bake shop the first time? 120 vanilla cupcakes with white and black vanilla frosting in an ombre pattern with the white in the middle and the black on the outside.
That's enough.
That
is enough for a
That's more
bakery.
than enough information.
Yeah, a baker should know exactly what that means. And if you didn't, you Google it. And when you Google that, you look it up and you go, "Oh, it's a gradient."
Yeah.
How do I do a gradient on a cupcake? Hey, Mrs. Smith, I had some questions about the ombre cupcakes you were doing. Like, why was that so hard?
Yeah.
Why was that so complicated? No, I would rather make the cupcakes wrong 200 times. What?
Some of the comments, well, she has been voted asshole.
She has?
Yes.
For making them remake it.
Yes.
No, it's your fucking wedding. Am I a woman for thinking that your wedding should be flawless and it should be perfect and it should be the way you want it? It's $150,000 party. It should be exactly the way you want it to be.
Top comment, you're the asshole. Frankly,
No.
I had no idea what you wanted from your description of the cupcakes. My assumption had been that you wanted the ombre pattern on the tower, where the inner cupcakes would be frosted white with each layer a darker gray until the outer cupcakes were black. I don't think you were clear at all.
See, and that's another point. That's another point. He can then take her exact definition and apply it completely differently and go, oh, they want it to be ombre, so we'll do black cupcakes, dark gray cupcakes, light gray cupcakes, white cupcakes. Oh, okay, right? That's a better assumption than the bake shop who just blacked the whole top of it.
Yeah.
The story says that the bake shop just blacked the top of the cupcakes were nothing but black icing. But, again,
Styling phone.
Mrs. Daniela, oh my god, I have a couple questions about your cupcakes.
Are these black and white cupcakes for a wedding? Oh, thank God I asked you then.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that she's an asshole. The
No.
bake shop definitely could have called and clarified.
I think the woman at the bake shop is an asshole. I think that 7-year-old woman is an asshole.
Comment continues, I don't think you were clear at all, OP, and while I could excuse you not realizing that a reference picture would be necessary the first time, why didn't you provide the bakery something showing what you wanted before the second order was completed, since there was clearly confusion from there? This all could have been avoided.
The responsibility should not be on the consumer. It should be on the business.
Yeah.
Why are we pegging the responsibility on the consumer, not the business?
You're the asshole because you didn't provide a photo at the beginning and assumed people would understand your vision in your head.
Why wouldn't the business ask her if they didn't know?
You're the asshole. You weren't clear and could have avoided it by showing them a picture to begin with.
If they didn't know, they should have asked. This is crazy. This is the most divided we have been with Reddit's opinions ever.
Yeah, everybody's saying the same thing. You're the asshole. You should have been more clear. You were as clear as, like, you thought you were being clear.
You were as clear as you needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you were as clear as you needed to be. If the bake shop was confused, they should have called and asked questions.
Yeah, and the responsibility to figure it out was on the business, not on the consumer. Oh my God. Today's episode is sponsored by wine made out of glacier ice imported from outside of the United States.
Wish anybody wants to sponsor us.
We haven't eaten in days. We need a sponsorship. We spent our last $4 on these brownies, dude.
Do you want another Am I the Asshole story? Or would you like the confessions?
Let's take a break from Reddit having wrong opinions, please.
Confessions it is.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna start from the worst confession. I have 3 confessions. We're gonna start from the worst one, and then get a little bit better, and then we got a wholesome one.
Okay.
All right. Confession number 1. I once ate an entire cake that my mom made and made her believe she never baked it in the first place.
Masterful gaslighting. Nobel Prize.
Nobel
Prize in gaslighting.
It was a honey and banana cake that she had just baked, and it was resting on the stove cooling off. When I took a piece, well, I must have thought it was really good because I had another and another. Eventually, I realized I had eaten about 75% of it. It wasn't particularly a big cake, considering I was around 8 to 10 years old at the time.
Oh my God. Look at me real fast. My stomach, make your fist real fast.
Yeah.
That's about how big your stomach is. And I can't imagine fitting a whole cake in that. A 10-year-old.
Without anyone else knowing I had eaten so much, or that it even had existed. So, yeah, without anybody else knowing I had eaten that much, or that it had even existed, I decided to finish off the whole thing and hope that no one noticed. Well, of course, Mom noticed that her cake was gone. She never baked that much, so she was probably proud of herself for making it, and asked me where it went. Instead of coming clean, I said that she had never made a cake in the first place, and she just accepted it eventually, and I got away with it. I've told my 2 younger sisters, but never my parents. That is crazy.
That is diabolical.
First of all, your parents probably know that you ate the cake.
Do they, though? Like,
they're 8 to 10 years old.
I know, but like,
they probably don't think
they really didn't press him that hard about it. Like, if my son lied to me that blindly, I would have been like, you need to admit that you did this, because there's no way that you're going to let me believe that I didn't do this.
Oven warm.
Also, how
ingredients
whacked out on
missing.
Quaaludes is your fucking mom, bro?
Well, I'm thinking oven warm, ingredients missing. He probably ate some of it. Probably gave some of it to his sisters, the dog. Me and my husband, our mom and dad are probably laughing about it after the fact, being like, "Can you believe he thinks we believe that? Like, how dumb does he think we are?"
Right.
And they're probably not mad. They probably think it's hilarious.
I don't think I would find that hilarious, though. I'd be really offended. My kid lied to me that blind facedly.
There's no way they're believing this.
But if they didn't, I don't know. We can agree to disagree, because, like, in my mind, either outcome is bad. Because one outcome is you know your son lied to you, and you're not mad about it. You think you allowed your son to manipulate you that way, and think he got away with it, and you're okay with it. Or you are so disassociated that he actually did this, and you actually got away with it. Like, you really baked that cake a second time.
Though.
So either way, it's a bad outcome.
Comments are, I literally LOL'd on the train right now reading this. Next comment, how can your mom just forget? I mean, seriously, there would be dishes in the sink, surely traces of flour, and then the physical act of baking the cake. Opie commented, she's not the sharpest tool she's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Bless her heart, though.
Somebody once told me, huh?
Somebody once told me.
This is the kind of stuff I love reading as an adult.
I ain't the sharpest tool.
Because no real harm done. It's funny to hear. I've been going crazy wondering what happened to that damn cake for the last 25 years reaction. You should tell her. I mean, nobody wants to admit they eat 9 cans of ravioli. I don't know how that has to do with...
Hey, what's your name, buddy? What's your name, guy who is eating 9 cans of ravioli?
Do you think you could eat 9 cans of ravioli?
Absolutely.
Next video.
When I was on a cruise around the age of 20... No, I was still 21. Yeah, I was 21. So as soon as I was old enough to get on a cruise, I got my ass on a cruise. Hammered the entire time. And in a single evening, while my ex and her father and her mother were sitting there eating their pizza, they each ordered a personal pizza. Personal pizza, personal pizza. I ordered a prosciutto and arugula, and I ordered a white pizza. I finished both of those before they finished their slices. Their whole pizzas. Finished both of mine. Then I get up, get in line again, come back with 2 more pizzas. So I waited in line, came back with 2 pizzas, and they still weren't done. And then finished those 2 pizzas. Her father was done, but she wasn't, and her mom wasn't. They both still had like a quarter of a pizza. I get up again, grab 2 more pizzas. From this point on, they were just cheese pizzas with marinara sauce.
Yeah.
And every time that I was going up, I was asking for balsamic glaze. So by this point, they had just laced it with balsamic glaze as opposed to giving me cups of it to dip it in. And finished 6 slices of pizza before the 2 of them had 1 personal pizza. I finished 6 pizzas. So yes, I fear 9 cans of ravioli would go down like water.
I'm tempted
and I still look like this.
I'm tempted to put them to the test.
We should. I will be crying. I'll be sitting here crying, trying not to throw. I'll do it right here, too. We'll have a pile of ravioli cans. And I'll just sit here and chow away on them and see if I can down 9 cans of ravioli.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
Catch you next Thursday.
Thursday? Tuesday?
No, why would we?
Oh.
That's not our podcast. Our podcast is not me eating ravioli. Jeez. My hair looked this bad the whole time? The fucking egg.
Next confession. Everyone at the office thinks I'm this amazing baker, but I fed them store-bought cookies.
They're so soft and so sweet. Yeah, they're from Walmart.
Earlier this week, our office had one of those Friendsgiving things before we shut down for the holiday.
Cute.
Everyone brought different foods, and I signed up to bring cookies. People misunderstood and thought I meant home-baked cookies and not store-bought ones. It didn't help that I brought them in a container from home and not in the commercial packaging. Everyone at the office raved at how wonderful my cookies were. I've gotten so much positive, non-sexual attention, and it's refreshing that people think I'm this amazing baker, not just some airhead who slept my way to corporate. Not true, by the way. I was scared for a minute.
Right, like, damn.
People I rarely interact with have been telling me how awesome my baking is. Even the CEO told me they were delicious, and his wife would like the recipe. I bought the cookies from a little Russian bakery near my apartment. I was about to confess, but all the positive attention is overwhelming.
She's talking about what type of cookies?
She just says that she bought them from a little Russian bakery near her apartment.
Oh, so she didn't specify what type of cookies they were.
Mm-hmm. I was about to confess, but all the positive attention is overwhelming. People are praising me and calling me talented, asking what else I know how to cook. Inwardly, I'm thinking I can cook eggs. And during quarantine, I learned how to bake some bread. I've suddenly got this rep as an amazingly talented artisan. And some girls from another department who are crafters all of a sudden want to be my friend.
Knowing
Usually,
that you can also craft things they can't craft,
Yep.
you know?
Usually, other women in the office stare daggers at me all day, and men are only nice because they want to bang me. I want to confess, but I love the approval and validation too. I'm living a lie. All over cookies. It's so stupid, and yet it matters so much. God, I'm an idiot. Now they want me to do something even cooler for Christmas. The boss even said he would comp me the cost and give me a stipend for my time. Here I am, 23, getting all the accolades.
Yep.
The 75-year-old babushka in the bakery deserves all the credit. Sigh.
Babushka deserves shit.
There is one comment on this post.
Wow.
And it's from 4 years ago. And it says, step 1, learn how to bake cookies.
Yep.
Step 2, problem solved.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking too.
If I were you, I would go to the bakery and ask for the recipe.
Yeah.
They'll more than likely give it to you.
You want to know something really interesting, and I learned it semi-recently, and it feels kind of relevant to what we're talking about. The original chocolate chip cookie recipe. You know where you can find that?
On the back of the package, right?
On the back of Nestle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nestle's chocolate has the original chocolate chip cookie recipe on it. Somebody once invented it using chocolate morsels, and they put it on the packaging. And because the recipe was already on the packaging, they were more likely to be purchased. People didn't have it written at home. There was no Google, and there's no encyclopedia for those types of recipes. So you either made it yourself and wrote it down so that you knew what was your perfect batch of cookies and what you made it with. Then there is something to that too. So I want to divulge for a moment because we still have quite a little bit before these brownies are finished. I feel that a woman in her kitchen in 1940 is more scientific than most men and women are nowadays today. When they baked back then, they were making their recipe, right? Or it was passed down from generation to generation. So if they were trying a new recipe or trying to fix their recipe, they would have to be writing down the proportions they used, how the batch came out, what she thought of the batch, and then tried it again.
Yeah.
Looking at those ingredients, changing it, doing it again.
I never
Right?
thought about that.
Exactly, right? Like, that just occurred to me now as I'm thinking about it. Like, there's no internet for that stuff, so they just had to refine it. Well, wait, if they were refining their recipes, how would they know what was changed?
They had to do it
They
so
had
many
to
times.
Not only that, if they just kept doing it over and over and never wrote it down, how would they know what they were doing wrong?
Yeah.
They were realizing more oil, less oil, more eggs, less eggs, more milk, less milk, more water, less water, right?
Yeah.
I firmly believe that a woman in her kitchen in the 40s has a more scientific mind than anyone in our modern age with all of this technology around us. This thing recording us, the thing we edit it with, the wireless microphones on us. We should be more scientific than that. But no, we don't have any kind of experience like that in our lives. And they did that just so that they could have better cookie recipes. Are you shitting me?
I never
Come
thought
on.
about that.
No,
I never
I
thought
didn't
about
either.
that.
That literally just clocked me as I was sitting here talking about the cookie recipes and
That's
thinking
crazy.
about her learning how to bake. So, what are the types of cookies? Look up the recipe for that type of cookie. Learn how to do. My ex, who is not the sharpest tool in the shed,
Ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
she thought to herself, I want to be able to make caramel. And me being a pessimist, I told her, hey, when you fuck that up, I'm not cleaning it up out of the pan because it's going to make a rock. You're about to cook a rock inside of my non-stick Teflon pans. So before you destroy them, I'm warning you, I'm not cleaning the charred caramel out of it. She read the recipe. She paid attention to it. She followed it step by step and made a soft, gooey caramel, almost like those Werther's soft ones.
Yeah.
So she could turn it into a Twix. So she
That's
made her own
cool.
Twix bars. I have photos of that. I don't want her in them, but maybe I can put up the Twix bars themselves.
Yeah.
But
We'll try to
yeah,
blur.
someone that's
There's egg on
not
my sock.
entirely bright managed to read the recipe, copy it, do it, and that was on her first try. Bake a couple sets of cookies, dude, and then go to the next party with your own cookies. And suddenly, the one sin of your past is kind of easily forgettable because you've
You now know how to make them.
not only that, but I mean, like, you've renowned that, and that's not the word. I can't really think of the word I want. But you've relinquished yourself of the sin of the past by doing the right thing this next time.
Yeah.
And then for the next party, when you bring in cookies you baked yourself, you've gotten ahead of the mistake you made. Not only was the first set for correcting the first one, the second set is now you being genuine. It's not that hard. Learn how to bake the cookies. Like you said, go and ask for the recipe. No, go and ask
how to bake the cookies.
Yeah. You don't have to go and ask Mrs. Babushka. You don't need to ask the babushka what the recipe is. Go up and ask her, what are these cookies? What types of cookies are these called? How do you make them? Like when I look up the recipe and it tells me to use margarine, should I? And she's going to go, no, use lard. She's going to go, no, use hand whipped butter. And then you go, bingo, thank you. Now I know that these shortbread cookies need hand whipped butter. I got you. And that's not it. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, chocolate chip cookies are such a fun science also. It's how long... Okay, it is when you take them out of the oven? No. It is when you take them out of the oven and what type of pan you use. No bullshit. A pan that's a darker color. Like if I had a pan that was silverish color like this, and then I had a pan that was dark gray like this,
they're going to cook them differently.
Exactly. The same dough will come out differently. I've seen people, my dad's mom's secret is that she likes to use browned butter. So she will make sure she melts the butter first, brings it to a warm temperature, and it turns brown. You have to use excess butter because as you're browning it, some of it burns off. So you use 1.25%, you need 1.2 times the amount of butter you would normally use. Brown it so that 20% evaporates and you're left with the whole amount of butter you need. Use that brown butter. for chocolate chip cookies. It's all just fun and testing it. And she could absolutely do that with her cookies and end up with something great. Yeah, I'm rambling about cookies, but
Yeah,
I just think that it's...
I just told them we've been on cookies for almost 10 minutes now.
So what? So what? It's a baking episode.
It's joke.
Ooh. Brownies are flour, cocoa powder, oil, eggs, water. Right?
Yeah.
Baking soda as well.
Mm.
But what can you really do to that?
A
Higher
lot.
quality cocoa powder,
You
different
need a lot
types of
to it.
eggs. Quail eggs. They have
I
quail
don't
eggs.
know about that.
Dude, we went to Costco and they had quail eggs. Double it, triple it. Use 6 eggs instead of 2.
They also have like white chocolate brownies.
You know, white chocolate contains no chocolate.
Yeah.
It's just like sugar. It's just sugar and
You can
vanilla
do
extract.
Double
and-
chocolate brownies, dark chocolate brownies, milk chocolate brownies.
I don't mean it like that. I mean like base brownies themselves.
Yeah.
How can you twist those specific ingredients so that you know what I mean? Like we were just saying, different types of chocolate chips, or browning the butter, or whipping the butter, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because my mom's mom will whip butter before she makes her chocolate chip cookies, and they have a weird texture. Hers are recognizable instantaneously because she whips her butter beforehand.
Interesting.
She told me she heard it on a radio show when my mom was like 3 or 4. So
Are they
that
better?
means my uncle would have been like a year old, and my aunt
Are-
wouldn't have even been born yet.
Are they better?
They're a weird. It's like I can't quite explain that. So the outside is nice and solid, like a crunch for a cookie, but towards the center of the cookie itself and where the cookie is thicker, it's
Yeah.
nice and soft. So it crunches right away, and then it's a fold bite. Like you have to tear it away. Soft, chewy cookie, but
Okay.
crunchy on the outside. It's a very, very like weird but recognizable right away. I love her chocolate chip cookies.
We're gonna go ahead and transition away from cookies.
Okay.
Because we have.
We have a couple minutes. I mean, we gotta let the brownies cool. We gotta let them see them. We got plenty of time.
So I have one last confession for you.
Okay. I don't know if we should keep this position because they're just seeing the back of my head.
But it was fine when you sit here.
Because you were sitting here and
Yeah.
looking at me. My dumbass is just like out of shot and facing away from everybody.
Any chance I can get.
I'm easy to rage bait.
Yeah.
I'm gullible.
Any
as they
chance I
say.
can get.
I gullible, as they say.
Last confession for the night. Whenever I cook, I accidentally make too much. This is the wholesome one I was telling you about.
Okay.
My friend, 21 female, has a neglectful mother who more often than not says, I don't have enough money for food, but then goes out to party, leaving my friend to buy food for herself and her brother, 13.
Oh, that's...
Which then makes it hard to pay whatever bill she has. And there's a legal matter involved, so I can't really do anything other than this. So whenever I cook, I make enough to feed about 6 people, even though I only need to make enough for me and my mom. And then I call her up and say I have a bunch of leftover food if she wants it, which she normally does. I'll never tell her that I do this on purpose, because then she wouldn't take it without offering something in return. She's not good at accepting things.
Well, yeah,
But-
because of the situation she's
Yeah.
in, that doesn't breed a person who's good at accepting nothing.
Yeah.
Because they're used to getting nothing.
But
Sorry, they're not good at accepting anything. I should have better English than
But seeing her and her brother both looking healthier because they're having proper meals makes me feel happy enough and relieved that they're not going hungry. I don't like cooking, but I'll continue to do it.
Yeah, chat, ignore that. I looked at it and that shit looked soft as fuck. So,
Okay.
nah, we're not even sort of done. I thought it was just going to keep beeping at me until I cleared it. Continue,
But
please.
seeing her and her brother looking healthier because they're having proper meals makes me feel happy enough and relieved that they're not going hungry. I don't like cooking, but I'll continue to do it no matter how long I have to do it for. Edit. I've also received I've received quite a few hateful messages through my private chats on here, and I just want to clarify, I didn't post this to brag or show that I'm a kind person. I just want to share this because I could. I didn't even
You
expect
just wanted to share this
expect it to
because
get
there's
as much
no one
attention.
to share it with.
Yeah.
Like, you stayed kind of anonymous. Like, people don't know who you are. They know who your username is. And you just had to say it to somebody. That's so fucking rude.
I just wanted to share
sorry for
this because I
interrupting.
could. I didn't even expect it to get as much attention as it has. I can understand how this can come across as trying to brag, but that really wasn't my intention of this post. I just want to share a little good into the world. Not every confession has to be bad. My friend that I'm on about in this post is like an older sister to me. She has always been there for me, and I've truly seen her put countless people before herself. She's truly an amazing person, and I've never seen her prioritize herself or ask for help. The reason I'm not going to tell her I make the amount of food on purpose is because she'll never accept it. She doesn't even like accepting Christmas or birthday presents from people. I also want to thank everyone who's left kind messages. They mean a lot. Thank you. I'm glad that this post is making people feel happy.
Okay, so here's my thing. Straight out the gate. Oh man, I was gonna try to test if that was.
Oh, that is so not done.
Yeah, that is so soft looking. I might have put too much oil in it.
It's okay.
Chad, I might have put too much oil in it. Alright. It has nothing to do with the fact that you have no measuring cups. Anyway, let me rewind a bit. When people say that we need more characters that are people of color, it's because television does a good job humanizing things. The things that we may not understand about one another or about other people's cultures, when we put it on television, it makes it easier for people to comprehend it. It makes it easier for people to absorb it and to understand it. Mm-hmm. So we make television to humanize the things we don't understand, right? When you put things on the internet, like this man's confessional, you're making it apparent to those around you that good things do happen, and they can be simple tasks that could be all it takes to inspire someone to do the right thing, knowing that somebody else is doing it. When you see shit on the internet, it reminds you that you're capable of doing that too. Oh wow, these people are fucking evil, so maybe I don't have to feel bad about the evil things that I do. Oh, this person does good things. Maybe I can let other people know that I do good things too. And then everybody realizes that there is more good in the world than we realize.
Yeah.
Or the better half, they realize that they should be doing the same. Oh, wait a minute. Dude, each of my meals cost me $6 to make. If I made that for 6 portions instead of 4, it only cost me $9. And I know Sarah needs that. Man, Josh is trying to raise a kid on his own. Dude, he could use that. This guy's right. I could do that. That's all it takes. And that's why you should put it out there for other people to see. He wasn't humble bragging. He was attempting to be inspirational. Man, we had some dog shit commenters today. We had some shitty commenters for these fucking stories. That's unfortunate, man. Everybody was hating the wrong direction for this entire episode.
She mentioned that the messages were bad. All of the the top comments that are all the first ones you see are all very supportive, which is good.
Good. Because right out the gate, it was like,
top
humble
comment,
brag
food
much?
Is love.
Yeah, see, that's much better. Top comment was just giving them shit for humble bragging. And they weren't humble bragging. They were trying to tell people, hey, you can be inspiring too, and being a good person isn't hard.
You got the bags?
Where's the brownies? Wow, chat, that looks soft as hell. Maybe it's just got a good crust because I put way too much fucking oil on it.
It is. It is not done at all. It is not done at all. So
there is so much fucking oil. We have time for another story, guys. We got time for another story, guys. Look how absolutely not
Bad
done
news.
that is.
So bad news. I am fresh out of stories.
There's no way we are out of Reddit stories.
So we're gonna take a pause.
And we're back. So, surprisingly, they needed another 20 minutes, dude. So, they are done, fortunately. I'm surprised that, and you know what's funny too, is I was talking to somebody, like, she mentioned to me, hey, they should not have taken that long. That means they had too much flour. And if she said they had too much flour, that just means they did not add enough water or oil. There was enough eggs, though, because how do I not do two? How do I not do 2 eggs? Thank you. Turn the light off.
You got it?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Are you cutting these?
Yeah, we'll get them cut and we'll let them cool. Where did I just put that knife? Don't tell me I
In
put
the
it back.
sink.
I put it back in the water? That's unbelievable. What was your favorite story that you got to tell?
Honestly, the guy who ate all of the entire cake.
And then trying to gaslight his mom?
Tried to gaslight
That's what
his
I was
mom.
going to say, too.
That
That's
was probably my
hilarious.
You guys leave your favorite story that we read in the comments. If you have any stories or confessions that you found online that are your own personal ones, email is in the description. So send them in, and we will probably more than likely read them.
Oh, yeah. We check that email all the time, hoping and praying that you guys will send us something. Absolutely shredding these brownies. They smell fantabulous, though. Smell them, guys. Smell them. Fantabulous they smell.
He's going to show them to the screen now for all of our audio listeners.
It's not a very bright light. Any chance you can turn a light on?
Yes.
That will stop casting this shadow on them. Maybe that one right there.
No.
Living room?
It's angled perfectly.
Probably not. Oh well. We made brownies and they look smell them, guys. Smell them.
Smell them.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and we hope you enjoyed this longer form episode than normal, much like last week's episode, actually. But please don't get used to it.
If you guys are watching the video version on YouTube or Spotify, hopefully you enjoyed this chaotic episode. If you're listening on any of our audio platforms, we appreciate you guys so much and keep listening. If you guys want, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, follow us. How are they?
You're fucking terrible. Oh,
Okay.
oh, you're so bad. Oh.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this week. Like, subscribe, share, comment, anything. See you guys next week. You okay?
We're good.